So the next fighter that we have is Stanislav Haruna from Ukraine, minus 75. Big fighter. Wow. Haruna made waves when he came on the scene, boy.
Yeah,
made waves. Remember, he didn't take no medals at junior level.
No.
And I feel like he really emerged on the K1 circuit.
Yeah.
Like, but consistent. Like,
yeah. But he was one of the first grand winners, wasn't he?
Yeah.
In that first season that they started doing that, yeah.
But I feel like that kind of 2000, because I know 2012, I think he had a decent World Championships off memory. I think he might have, like, he got 3 rounds. I think he won like 4 rounds, yeah. But like after that now, 2013, 2014, what you started to see him do on the K1 circuit, and again was bringing, I don't even want to call it flamboyance.
Yeah.
I just want to call it creativity.
Yeah.
Was bringing a level of creativity, like stringing together techniques, executing techniques from obscure angles that people are not registering. They're not accustomed to even having to defend.
Yeah, to consider it that
from certain positions. Yeah, and that's not even getting into the footwork that we see him executing today. But the level of innovation, I always remember, that when it comes to the takedown situation, he started doing this takedown, and I remember he does a fight that he has at K1 with Rene Small, and he has this takedown where most men when they're taken down, they're gonna step on the outside and just take their foot away. Yeah. But he's stepping on the outside and he'll move that front foot and then skip and take the back foot
leg
with the second leg. Yeah. Innovation. That's his technique. Like, that's him. Like, if you see anyone do that, you know
that's where they got it from.
That's Haruna. Get me? Like, just them fighters there, I appreciate them the most because you can see like they really take time to think about their craft. Like, they're problem solvers. They're not just following the trend.
No.
They're not just looking at what's scoring and thinking, okay, I'm gonna start doing that. No, they're looking at what's scoring. They're looking at what people are doing and they're thinking, okay, how do I best that?
Yeah.
What's the way around this one?
Yeah.
How am I gonna think outside the box? And do you know what I mean? Like, it's different. Like,
it's a testament to flamboyance. You're right, it's not the word. The word will come to us.
Certain people will say flamboyance,
doing this. It's not even arrogance. It's this innovation, but creativity at its core. It's like almost like a scientist. Like he's studying these chemicals and these formulas and these footworks and these patterns, and in his mind he's thinking, how am I going to create a new vantage point for a takedown, or how am I going to create Kazami into an element that is unique in delivery? Because the bog standard works and it scores, but the athletes that I'm going up against are of the highest caliber, and I can't do that bog standard shit because it's not going to work. And I think to myself, every time you see him, it's a must watch karate.
Yeah.
There's some people, some fantastic people, but you wouldn't watch them because they're just boring. Yeah, very clinical. They'll get the job done.
100%.
Haruna is must watch karate because every fight he's going to give you something new, or he's going to pull out a new trick. Or when he wrapped that man with the spinning kick was from Portugal, it was teaming it.
Heleo Hernandez.
Hit man with the spinning kick in the corner.
But can I just side note? They were wrong for giving man Mabobi. You cannot disqualify man for getting rocked. Heleo held that. When you see it in slow mo, like the kick, he went to duck. He didn't even see it coming. So the kick has licked him. It's dropped him. Cool. He's patterned up. Got up, gone straight back to the line. What? That's deep. That just made me feel like some of these referees, like, you need some more tatami time.
Yeah, but they're not.
Off the chair.
Yeah, off the chair.
Off the chair, like, because if you get lit like that, like,
it takes a real person to get up.
The fact that he got up and got back to the line, a lot of man, they would have been medic.
Medic.
You feel me? Heleo firmed that. I just thought that was deep.
But this is what I'm saying, is that level
but the technique in itself, the way he set it up,
innovation
shifted,
and then okay, because again, when I think about training and I think about counter fighters or defense or being of a defensive mindset, your best tool is your experience. So the guy who can stand in training and stand in front of a line of people and let them come double, ba-bam, ba-bam, ba-bam. And the more repetition you're seeing it from different people is the more your eyes become accustomed. So then those natural triggers like your blinkings or you're stepping back and not holding your ground, they erode after time because you're used to just seeing this pattern, this ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. But when man does some ba-bum, you're thinking, right, okay. And again, but he's always looking to do that on every technique.
Yeah.
But he always recognizes, okay, I might not need to do the boom boom this time or the zigzag boom boom. I can just do the boom boom and it's gonna work.
Yeah.
But when I need it,
Yeah.
I've got that.
Yeah, and the thing is, yeah, he's incorporating these high level tactics and extra movements, and you know, if you're at a certain level of just specialness and you're landing these techniques, like it works for you. Like I remember when I was younger, obviously I used to play basketball. I was playing. One of my coaches were there, and I must have done something like just hesitate. Like I want to go from here to here, yeah. So a man has come, I've headed him, shake and bait, crossed him. Yeah. Like he's over there now, and I'm feeling nice. Like sent man, you know, everyone's laughing. Sent man shot. Yeah. So I hear that.
Broke his ankles.
Get me?
There,
and my coach come up to me and he said, "You just moved from there to there."
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah." He said, "You took 3 bounces."
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah." He said, "You could have done that in 1." And I said, "But the defender." He said, "Pass me the ball." Man come to defend him, man just jab step, whoop, boom. And man was gone.
Yeah.
You feel me? Sent my shot, but with 1, just a jab step, boom. And he was here, one bounce. And he said, "Look at the difference in efficiency. I don't need to take 3 bounces, yeah? Cool. So that's normally, that was a lesson that he taught me that stays with me today. Sometimes you don't need to do all the extra stuff. So ordinarily, if I was to see a fighter like Haruna start cutting shapes, breaking off all these angles, more time I'm thinking, that's extra. That's probably just decoration. Like the technique that you're landing, you could probably land in less movement, yeah? But then, and we've mentioned before, then you get someone like Kyrie Irving, yeah? Who might take 5 bounces to get from there to there. Hey, listen, he's allowed. Kyrie Irving's handles are so techie, he can take as many bounces as he likes. And that's where I'm holding Haruna right now. He can cut as many shapes as he wants. Because he's that level and he's landing. He's landing. Like, you think it's a myth until you watch him do it. You think, there's no way, he's going to cut this way that many times and for a spinning ura and catch them. That's just silly. Consistently, that's just silly. Until you watch him do it, he's allowed. He can do that. If I see anyone else do it, I'd probably comment on their efficiency. And I'd probably say they probably don't need that much build-up. They could probably just bring it down, get the distance, pull him, do your thing, you get me? But you see when he does it, that's poetry in motion. When you see him start shaking and start shifting the shapes, you just got to kick back and just
enjoy it.
Are you? I watch this. Watch this.
And that's what if you wanted to show a neutral, someone who doesn't know nothing about karate, you whip that on. I'm like, man, can move like this in your sport. And again, when you look at the reason why probably he has to go to that level of creativity, bro, he's coming against juggernauts that have been running his section for a while. So he needs something because he knows that this regular pattern, boom, boom, is not really going to work for him. And again, it's paid off because you saw the World Games. It was when he hit him with the spinning thing. Again, but that's what it's going to take for him to win that fight. And he's prepared to go back and do the work. Because not a lot of people are prepared. A lot of people would rather just, all right, let me do less work. We can get to the final. I might lose 3-1. But you know what? Silver medal World Games. There you go. But he wants more than that. And again, difficult. But again, even when you look at his nation now, Ukraine, it's on the up. They've got the -84. They've got a few. They've got one at 60 was quite prominent for a while. 2 at 67. And you know what? Most of them are coming out of that Union Karate Club, which is like a little faction, isn't it? Like all of them. And then obviously they got the girls on the side.
Them ones there's invite only.
Invite only.
But you can't just turn up.
Fam, I heard they got open mat from 10 till 4 on a Saturday, just pure sparring, but invite only, fam. If you don't get the card, you can't come, fam. And this is what I'm trying to say, but it's that level of repetition that breeds creativity. But you have to have the mindset of freedom. And like we talk about Kyrie, I know now on the Nets, when he steps in, and Harden kicks in the ball,
Yeah.
Harden's like, all right, man, do your thing.
Do your thing.
Yeah. Even man will shake and bake, cut to the lane, get there, and there's the open shooter on the side, and you're thinking, hit man, open free. Kyrie saying, nah, all right, cool. Man, I'll switch it to the left hand, put it in. Kyrie, why didn't you kick it to... Bruv, I got the rock. I do what I want. And the same with Haruna. You put him in that position, team or individual, and you say to guy, all right, this is what I need from you, Boom, boom, shake and bake. In that team fighting, shake him, spin. I know he's got a good spin against Ali Asabari from Iran as well. Yeah. And they've had a few tasty ones. I know the Rabat one was a tasty one. They've had a few tasty ones. And you think
they come down to the last
But this is what I'm saying. It's must-watch karate. Yeah. And again, another facet. We've got the long-term dominance of the Agiev in the mix, hopefully for this Olympics, who is very calculated, is very, let's say, for lack of a better term, bottom heavy. So all of his force is coming from his bottom half. But even though he's heavy, he can still shift his legs around to get himself out of trouble. You've got the dynamic upper body speed of Busa, who's coming with this element of this rapid, and then you've got a guy in there who's going to step in and might even put his foot on the draw guy line, and lift up his other leg and start doing all of these funny kicks to create an angle to drop his foot to switch legs and spin and kick you. But the unpredictability of that third fighter in the mix means that you turn up to this event and put them together, and you can't even put your money and say, you can't
with your chest, you cannot say, call that,
because somebody can give you another argument why one of these other ones will take him on the day. And to me, has always made 75 kind of the must-watch division. Yeah. Again, the wealth, and we're just talking about the top 3. Remember, there's going to be 10. And then when we talk about Japanese representation, again, that's going to be high because the athlete coming in is of a high caliber. But then you've got to have the other players in the mix. Maybe Tom Scott from America, who we know is lightning. You got Gabor, who's probably going to be there or thereabouts. Like the level of talent is deep. But yeah, definitely.
Haruna, we ain't even got into his stats.
I'm just going to start calling him Kyrie, fam. That's it. I'm going to change his name. Kyrie.
Levels, like,
and again, I would say his stats are a reflection of his creativity, because when you get an athlete in there with high creativity levels, it might not always work. But again, you can see his continental podium percentage is 100%, which means he always seems to find a way on the European stage. We know his K1 platform is high, and we know that he is consistently creative. And like you say, I'm looking at the wrong sheet there, and I'm thinking, these numbers don't match the numbers that I know in my head, but I'll let you run through those.
No, but just before I touch onto the numbers, obviously I'm not sure if it's a nation thing and what they're working on in Ukraine, but the footwork just makes sense in it. Like, you're looking at Lomachenko and he's doing certain things, and you're thinking, that's unnatural. And then you extrapolate that, and then you come now to, again, the peak of our team. And Haruna's moving the way that he's moving, techie, and his coach, I saw his coach post something maybe like last year. He posted something and he was basically like, a lot of people think that my favourite sport is karate, but really it's fencing. And he posted a video of some fencing or something, and he was breaking it down and like, he's deep, he's looking at this thing different. Do you know what I mean? Because that's distance. He's looking at that difference. So my man's watching fencing.
To pull the skills, transferable skills out.
And he's transferring that across. And you can see the effects, because look at his fighters. Do you know what I mean? Look at his fighters.
And you think about creativity. We could practically call that the creativity hub, like you say, the Ukraine, and you think, what's next? But you can never put your finger and say what they're gonna do next. But he'll probably turn up at the Olympic Games if he gets there and pull out a mad thing that kids will be practicing for the next 12 months.
Let's go through his medals overview quickly. We're gonna run through his stats. So at Series A level, remember, so no medals at a junior level. So for anyone who has had a junior career and hasn't been able to, because a lot of the people that we see at the top, they took medals at juniors. Look at the 75 category, Ken He's got medals at junior. He took a silver at Junior World Championships in Indonesia. Barman Asghari, as you said, he's got a junior world title. Rafael Agayev's got junior medals. Luigi obviously has got junior medals. Gabor Haspitaki, like we said, he took a gold medal in Indonesia 2015 and took a gold earlier that year at Europeans 2015 in Switzerland. Ermin Eltema again, Noah Bitch, so Logan Acosta. A lot of these fighters have junior medals. But for any fighter that hasn't necessarily been able to attain their medals at junior level, Haruna is an excellent example for you that your junior career does not dictate your success at senior level. Do you get what I'm saying? So, anyways, look, let's run through his medal overview. Series A, he's got 1 bronze, 3 gold medals. K1, he's got 7 bronzes, 5 silvers, 7 gold medals. Continental, he's got 2 bronzes, 2 silvers, and World Championship level, he's got 1 bronze. And let's not forget, he took a gold medal at the World Games, and was actually came runner up for athlete of the games.
Yeah. Athlete of that, that's the whole games.
The whole games, all the sports act.
It was that spinny thing. It was that. Heck yeah. And this is what I'm saying. And even when you get into his podium percentage at 44%, higher than his average for his section and for males, but not in the top 10. The top 10 athletes, generally their platform is built on consistency, and consistency comes from comfort, repetition, and concrete delivery of concrete scoring techniques. When you throw a guy in the mix with innovation, it's going to give you a sort of a graph with a lot of peaks and troughs, because some days your innovation works, some days it's not going to work. But he's not an athlete that, okay, this doesn't work, let me stop my innovation there. He's always going to try, and he's always going to go up. Testament to how many points he scores. But again, like we say, high risk, high reward, high point score average for 2020 of 11.5, which is high again than his section. But then again, points conceded is 7.5, which is also higher than his section. Yeah. So he's taking risks.
He's taking risks.
And they're rewarding, and he's getting penalised for them, and it's going both ways. But he always seems to win a few more battles than he loses.
And again, 2019, again, double digits, average point score 12.8 and conceding 6.2. The average of the category was 4.5. But actually, the average of the top 10 male athletes was 6.1. So it shows, because them guys are taking points. And in that year, 2019, he was the highest scoring competitor in the -75 category. And again, just to put this into even more context, he was 4th out of all the male competitors in 2019. Behind Darkan Asidilov had scored 186 points. Uga Aktas had scored 154. And then and Sajjad had scored 144. But Haruna and Dida Amirali from Kazakhstan, they were joined in 4th with 141 points. That's 4th out of all of the male competitors that are ranked highly. And let's make the assumption that those that are ranked in the top 10 or near about the top 10 are those that take the most points at events. Crazy stats, crazy consistency. So it makes sense that he concedes high. He takes points though in it, and he makes up for that. Won 46 rounds in 2019. Again, and the average of the -75 section was 32. K1 all-time medal percentage 47.5, and the average of -75 is 37%. So all of these numbers are above the average of the -75 section.
Which is why he's one of the top players, and which is why, again, he leans on his creativity, and he realizes, okay, I might not win every time, but
when he gets it right, he gets it right. And even then, 2019, he only had 1 first-round loss. 2020, again, 1 first-round loss. 5 8-point leads in 2019 and 20. Do you know what really kind of solidified his ability for me? Not solidified it, but it's something that there was a moment that stood out for me, wow. And that was Paris Open, and he fought Mohamed Ramadan from Egypt, who now fights -84, but at the time he was fighting 75. And Mohamed Ramadan, he is a bad boy fighter. And his kicking ability, he's got 2 kicks that I would say, he's got this crazy Urma wash. And I don't know what kind of double jointed hip situation he's got going, but the Irma wash is like, again, almost like Luka Maresca, like straight back. Like he can look at you like this, but wrap his leg around, and like a normal Irma wash from that angle, you know where it should end.
Yeah.
Because you can't wrap it like that. You need to lean a little bit, so you know where it should end. And just where you think it should end, it's like it folds and has another stage, like another stage to the kick. So he's got that ura, but he's got another kick. Because he's got a sick Chudan Mawash. It's a banker. Yeah. But then he's got this kick, the fake Chudan Mawash, and he comes up Jordan Mawash. Yeah. And he runs that a lot. You see me, he'll duck people down with it, like chase man down, bah. So he's come up against Haruna now in this final of Paris Open. I can't remember what year it was. Maybe it was like 2014. 2014, that ring something in my head.
It sounds about right. I can double check why you keep going.
Cool. Yeah. So around 2014, so he's come up now, and okay, so Mohamed Ramadan has come up against Stanislav Haruna, 2014 Paris Open final. Yeah? Now, the beginning of the fight, he's trying to land the kick that he's been licking everyone with up until the final, and he tries it twice. Yeah, so you see him the first time he misses, see him the second time he misses, and Haruna's almost looked at him like, wow, you're taking man lightly. Step in again, I dare you. Yeah. Man went to lift up his leg, boom, took the first point, went up 3, yeah? Then he hit him with a punch, put him on his face, you get me? But it was you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man loosened up the bunch, went like this and just went boom, boom, slapped him with his own kick. Done. Rude. But the kick was so techie, that Mohamed Ramadan, the way that he delivers that kick is like it's a feint.
Yeah.
But the feint is that convincing, people are dropping their hands and he's catching them.
And he's catching you.
But you see the kick that Haruna landed on him, both of them hit. Like, he hit him, Chudan, Jordan. But. And when I watched that fight, I just thought,
bad boy.
This guy is levels, like, techie guy.
And this is what I'm saying. People that you call generational or you favour or you love, they've always got that one fight when you can think, you're a bad man.
Yeah, there's always, trust me.
That one, and whenever you say their name, that fight, you always see the key scenes from that fight, like a flash gun, like boom, boom. And you know what, before, when you started talking about the fight, I can even see the walkout. I can see the way, like, the Mohican lies on his head with a little thing that kicks out in the front. Like, I can see the way he holds his hands and the pads, and then you start remembering the atmosphere of the arena. And you, to be honest, I'm pretty sure I might have been there and saw it live. And you're thinking, again, when you look at the 75s, you've got the names, that you know the names, and there's two guys that are maybe not the big name. You're thinking, okay, it must be tasty. Like, it must be tasty. And again, like you said, that Mohammed was rapping people all day. And the thing is, he might not even be the name that you remember from Egypt or you know from Egypt. And you see my man just come out and start rapping people. You're thinking, right, what, you got my man at home?
Yeah.
Like, why are you not bringing this guy out more often? If he can do that.
Nah, Egypt got crazy talent pool though. That you know, in recent time, I feel like their men's team is gonna do bits. Like, it's only a matter of time because they individually they got the caliber. Yeah. It's just like when it comes to team, it hasn't been
consistent.
It just hasn't been coming together.
Clicked,
But look at the lineup. Like, you got Ali Al Sawi in 67. Yeah. You got I think his name's Abdullah. Is it Abdullah Abdelaziz?
It sounds about right.
Minus 75. Yeah, you got Abdullah Abdelaziz.
That's the guy that fought. I gave team final, team bronze medal match.
Potentially.
No, Omar. I think that might have been. There's an Omar as well.
There's an Omar. 75, World Championship final. So you got Omar there as well. Who's a world champion silver medalist, and then you got Abdullah Abdelaziz, and then come now 84, you got obviously Mohamed Ramadan, you got El Kotbi. What's his first name? Mohamed, I think, Mohamed El Kotbi, You had El Masri, you understand, Rapparooney, bro.
El Mazza. Don't even call him Masri. Like, losing him to the army was a shame.
Aki, let me tell you now,
El Masri.
This boy wrapped me in cling. Hey, bro, it's levels. Now we're on the topic, I've got to say, I always say, I was chatting about it on it the other day, I'll tell you now, I've never, ever
rapped like that.
No, levels, I've never lost a fight and felt like it was because I was physiologically inferior to my opponent.
Yeah.
Like if I've lost the fight, it might be strategic decisions,
mistakes.
tactical mistakes.
Yeah.
Someone forced an error on me. I made a mistake, but I've never come off the mat and felt like physically, this person was superior to me, bro.
What competition was it?
World Championship team. Bro.
Yay!
World Championship team act like, make no mistakes, yeah. Donny is so quick, bro, yeah. The first clash we had, I remember seeing something come up, I've covered it, but I'm hearing the stadium, way, and I see something else come up, I've covered it, I hear the stadium, way. Next thing I know, I'm sitting on the floor, yeah. And like, I'm sitting on the floor, and all I'm thinking is, right, why am I sitting on the floor? Like, I don't know what happened, innit? Then I've got up here, and like I've looked back at the team, and everyone's looking at me like, nah, pattern, innit? Like, I'm looking at them like, yeah, no, it's cool, but look, I'm thinking to myself, bruh, I don't know what just happened, you know? Wallahi, I do not know what just happened. Like, he was that rapid, like, you get me? And like, here's another one, like, first time I see him was in his final World Championship, Junior World Championship final, 2017 Tenerife. He fought Jesse Da Costa in the final, and he took the win, but he looked fatigued in it, so you couldn't really see the extent of the ability. You couldn't really see the extent of the ability. And then he's come up in seniors. And there's a couple fighters that have moved like this, like Sajudin Slimatov is another one. I fought him in University World Championships in Team in Braga, and I remember seeing him in the warm-up area, and he was just warming up, just bouncing on the spot. But the way in which he was floating, I was looking at him thinking, what in the plyometrics? Like, what kind of training are you lot doing? Like, explosive, innit? Like, and the same way, Sajudin, El Masri's come onto the senior scene, and it's like they've come with a hit list. Like, it's like they got a list of like the top fighters. Like, man's like, Mamayev, check. Man's like, he just started rocking them,
rapping man up.
The only person I didn't see him rap was Zabiola Porshab, and he beat him like 2-1 in the final of the Paris Open or something like that, But then he's gone to buy straight after, and he's wrapped up everyone. The same way you see Sajudin was started taking out bros and like all these people out of nowhere. Bro, techie. How did we even get onto Al Masri? We're talking about the talent pool in Egypt, innit? Imagine you had my man that does karate combat now, Abdullah. That's his name, Abdullah, Ibrahim Abdullah. Ibrahim Abdullah. Remember now, as a junior, ain't that my man that Morocco gold, Malaysia?
Is that the one that fought Hitman?
Nah, that's a different one.
Okay.
You feel me? Like, the talent pool,
I can see that bald head as a young
remember the double jaw that
rapping man up,
man's down with it, like the talent pool in Egypt is so deep, like, and that's what I'm saying, like you're gonna soon see them as a dominating force in men's team, like it's almost inevitable, you feel me, like it's crazy.
Well, we digressed in it, but
what was we talking about?
Because obviously it was talking about Haruna's 75 final against the Breda, then we got into Egypt. And
snap. We're talking about Haruna. Oh my days. We went through Haruna's stats?
Yeah.
But we were just chatting about his performances? Yeah, scoring is impressive. Like 2019 Paris Open, scored 15, has then gone to Dubai, scored 8, went Salzburg, scored 16, gone to the Europeans, he scored 19, then he's gone to Rabat, scored 19, like, it's crazy. Went to Tokyo a bit later, scored 19. Then went to Santiago, Series A, scored 22.
Numbers are going up and up.
The numbers are just increasing, like crazy. Wow. When he hits his stride, he's a problem for anyone. Pound for pound, he's a problem for anyone. You get me? Let's move on to the last fighter that we have. That is Ken Nishimura from Japan, -75. We'll go again straight into his medals overview. So we have a junior world silver, which again came from 2015. Series A, you got 1 silver, 1 gold. K1 level, you got 4 bronzes, 2 silvers, 5 gold medals. Continental, you have 1 gold medal, and World Championships, he has a bronze as well. So for his age, has a
It's a platform of medals, and I think as well, we touched on it a little bit about the strength in depth that Japan had at the 75 division at the time when he was emerging, and you see, again, but when you see him break through, and then to produce those kind of results early against Agiev that he was doing, and people thought like he had the hidden serum, like some special juice that was obviously getting him past this Goliath, and then you think about him as an individual, and you think about the style. Again, the Japanese style is legendary, and it doesn't really change much, but then he's got this kind of European flair about just the way he carries his fight style. It's not really the traditional look. It's not really he mixes the elements really well, and that produces him to be explosive. He still keeps that explosiveness, but he's able to adapt it to really punish the European fighters, which puts him on the map, if you know what I mean.
And I just feel like he is another one that just has a very in-depth and intricate understanding of distance, and his timing is so advanced, and because he does have that Japanese style of karate where his punches are short, direct, like he's very efficient, and like you said, he punishes that European style well because he's so precise is the word I'm looking for.
It's accurate.
His precision, like he don't miss, and it's like you can be at a stalemate the whole fight, yeah, and you might make one mistake the whole fight.
Yeah. And he's gonna get that.
Man will take that point, like Alexander Povetkin, Dillian White, one mistake the whole fight, knockout punch, like you can lose it in one moment. Like you could be stalemating him the whole fight, and in the blink of an eye, he's shifted just into your danger zone, and you haven't registered it. It's just in that moment, or vice versa, too late. Took the point already.
Yeah, and again, when you talk about his fondness of the distance, he's another one who generally fights with a low guard.
Yeah, and he's comfortable in the pocket with a low guard.
That means you've done your training, you've done your homework, you know your angles, you know your speed, you know the pattern. Like it's hard to grow that knowledge. You have to go through some fires and some baptisms, and you have to take some licks, and you have to be prepared to know that how valuable it is to be able to be confident in the pocket. Because man get in the pocket and they get antsy. Very antsy.
Yeah.
You can see it. Like their eyes widen a little bit, the breath gets a bit shallow, the bounce gets a bit more frantic. My man's in there like he's on the corner and just chilling, composed. And again, he comes with a certain amount of height. Like he just sits and looks like a big presence in that stance. And again, from that nation, it's tough. And
it just has a lot of self-discipline as well. And you can tell, again, like from a coach's perspective, it must be very enjoyable to watch him at work, because Ken has the ability to really execute a game plan without deviating from it when times get hard. Because a lot of the time you'll formulate a strategy for a fight with your coach, get onto the tatami, and something might happen. You know what I mean? And even if something doesn't go left, like cool, if your strategy in a fight was to lure man in, and you wanted to maybe spring on him and take a point, but he's come out and he's hit you and scored an ippon straight away. Okay, now you know, okay, look, the dynamic of the fight has changed, and you're going to have to go looking. Cool, that's a different kind of left. But a lot of fighters, they'll have a strategy that they need to implement. And when it comes to stalemate situations and that apprehension is raising, the anxiety is raising, and all them feeling it, and you're twitching and reacting to everything, and that impatience now is starting to raise, and you're looking at the clock and you're thinking, I'm running out of time, and you're thinking about how bad you want to win this fight, and you're thinking, I've got to do something, and then you deviate from the game plan, you do something,
boom, we lose the point.
Do you understand? Yeah. But he's someone who he believes in his game plan. He's got confidence in the strategies that he implements, and he has the self-discipline to see them through. Yeah. And a lot of the time, it works in his favour.
And it's crazy. And we mentioned, and we touched on it in a personal discussion about at the time when he was coming through, and obviously that 2016 German Open, and he took out Agiev and he took the gold, and then I think the next competition, it might have been a K1A, but a different Japanese minus 75 went and took the gold. And then the next one, you had the next Japanese 75, and you're thinking, this little talent pool here of young, hungry 75 fighters is going to produce a diamond. And the diamond could well be Ken. And again, since then, he's obviously 100% at his Continental Championship. No, I keep on looking at the wrong screen, you know.
33%
actually, yeah. And by the World Championships, he's only got one World Championships. which he's taken a medal, the bronze medal, which this was his first one, considering he was still doing juniors in 2013, 2015. Like, the time he's growing
rapidly
into this thing, and you think he's got these guys behind him like Watanabe, who's a bit older, and he's got the two other youngsters kind of his age, and when you see them in training, it's ferocious. Like, they put it there all. Like, sometimes you might come out with a bloody nose, but yeah, training was good today. You know the ones there.
He's made from gold and stuff, like, really, to come out at like 18, 19, 20 and step on to the biggest stages and then start challenging some of the most, you know, consistent, accomplished fighters at such a young age. Then you compare him to now, maybe like 3 years later, but still just developing rapidly.
He's still very young.
Like, he ain't even hit his peak.
No.
Like, he's 25. Okay, like, he's 25 in it, yeah. But like, yeah. So physicality, okay, he's there in it. But look at a lot of these fighters, like, when they're seasoned. Like, because when you're younger, you can rely a lot on your physicality and just the fact that you're fast and you're hungry, you got heart and that. But as you get older, you have to start becoming calculated, more reserved with your movement, etc. But when you're at that, there's that period of time in between 25 and maybe like 30, 35, where
you can do both.
Where you can do both.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And he will be one of them. He'll be one of them. Like, tactically, fighting IQ is so high. So if you want to make it a chess match, it's dead there. Yeah, I've got that. Queen's Gambit. What?
Queen's Gambit what?
You understand? Yeah.
Yeah.
But then if you want to turn up,
yeah, go hell for level. We can do that as well.
Do that as well.
We can do that as well.
Because like you said, his training sessions are ferocious, bro. Like,
and even the dynamics in the training sessions, like the way the other athletes move around him is something I've never ever seen before. Like, I was privileged, obviously, at the time when we was in Manchester, when we went to France and we had this training camp, and like every country's got big fighters, yeah. But Ken is a big fighter. Okay. But it's a big fighter.
But look at his swag, though. He's got superstar presence.
Different.
Look when he takes a point, bro. Look how he struts.
Bruv, let me tell you the difference. Like, you know when you're at a training session, yeah, and you're busting a drill, change partners, yeah. Different. Man are coming to him. He kept in the same square. Didn't move. The only time I see him move a little bit was when him and Araga
linked up. Okay, yeah.
Outside of that, man came to... I'm talking, okay, a bit different, like, obviously the European and our way. Like, if I want a training partner, man will go get the training partner for no way about it, yeah? You see the Japanese, when they were training with him, different. Even he recognised man didn't have a training partner. Man, I sent his training partner over there. You go train with him. And I'll sit this one out. Different.
Yeah.
Different. And then, but then again, when you do get in front of him, different. Like, you feel the difference from him to another athlete in his camp, and you're thinking, all right, I see it. But again, it's like he's still grounded even after the session finished. Yeah. His teammates were coming over to him to ask him to further explain elements of the drill. Different.
Yeah.
And he was coaching man and saying, listen, like this, yeah. Obviously, you don't really understand what they're saying because I don't know the language that tough, but and he's correcting man, and you're thinking, all right, different gravy, because you don't see that anywhere else. The only other place I can imagine it is with like an Agiev. Okay. I can imagine that obviously in Azerbaijan, man might like request the privilege to run the drill with my man. Yeah. That's how it made me feel. Yeah. Like, obviously, because I'm accustomed to just requesting man anyway, I don't really care. But the rest of them, you could see there was this different, distinguished level of respect. Like, the sensei's up here, Ken and Araga, then the squad.
Have you ever seen on YouTube? There's a training video of Ken sparring Ko Matsuisa. Have you ever seen it?
No, is it levels?
Oh, it's levels, bro. Like, cause you know they're both got mad techie legs in it. Matsuisa, we know scorpion kick, don't he? Like, techie in it, and then Ken must have caught him with an aura right at the end in it, but his legs are just.
That's what I'm saying. Hands, legs.
He has been able to just encapsulate everything and bring it into his game. There's nothing that he doesn't do. Yeah. He's got every single technique that you could name. He not only does he have, he does.
Yeah.
That's the difference. Yeah, it's not that he has it.
Yeah.
Because all of these guys have it. They can do it in the dojo. Whatever drill that you give, man.
Yeah, they can do it.
Look
Excel.
at us when we were active. We get to the level that in a training session, there's not really a drill that you can
Can't
put on
do.
me
Yeah.
that I haven't done before.
Yeah.
But there's not really a technique that you can show me that I haven't seen or practiced. Do you understand? Yeah, you kind of know, but it's just more about refining certain things strategically. Tactics, there's new tactics, new strategies. I guess there are always new things that you can learn. Yeah, but drill wise,
it's pretty much built off the same foundation.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So everyone can do everything. Yeah, everyone's got a spinning back kick, a counter Roma wash, a spinning ura, Kazami, double Jordan, Kazami Gaku, double leg sweep. At this level, they can do it.
Yeah.
But do they do it?
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it? Yeah.
Different.
And do they do it when it matters?
When it matters, but he's got it, bro. Like, man's got it. He's Jordan, chew down, break the line, leg comes up. You know me? Like, everything, bro.
And again, for me, I feel like his percentages reflect his ability, but also his age and the section. And I reckon that when we do see the kind of the final, kind of the end of the Agayev Busa era, I feel he's an athlete that will benefit and his percentages will shoot up.
Yeah, definitely.
Because again, he's getting there or thereabouts, but those are tough, real tough bouts to contend with, and that's on your everyday circuit.
100%. I mean, his all-time podium percentage is 51.7. Yeah, and like we keep saying, the average of the category is 39.4. So he's ahead there. 2000, he was unable to attain a medal in 2020. Hold on, how many events did he compete in? 2. Okay, cool. So he was unable to attain a medal in 2020, but it was early. It was early in the season. He fought in 2 events. 2019 podium percentage was 50%.
Yeah.
Healthy. How are you medaling at 50% of the events that you're competing in? 50%. Come on, man. That's
and 66% of those medals were gold. 2 golds and a bronze. Like
winning 70% of his finals as well.
And this is what you're saying. It's in 2019, if he made the final, he won the final.
Yeah.
We might as well summarise it like that. And again, coming off that strong showing at the World Championships 2018 in Spain, carried on the momentum. Because again, when you talk about periodization and peaking for competitions, it's very difficult once you've gone for that peak for that competition to then just roll into the next season or the remainder of the season, because you put all your eggs in your basket and all your training is geared towards this one event. But the season doesn't end there, because generally there's an event after the World Championships, and then we roll into the next season. And with karate, it's one of the few sports there's not really an off season.
Yeah.
Because you get your world champ. I would say maybe your biggest break generally comes in the year where they have the junior world championships, because you've got nothing major in the end of the year. But again, then generally speaking, everyone was always gearing up for that Paris Open. So that last one in December is a good air mark before you break up for training. Obviously, you maintain your weight, maintain your training, because you might only get a local or a national competition before you can able to get to Paris. So there's no real time where you can just say, I'm gonna have 2 months.
I'm chilling,
Unless you sacrifice some competitions. And again, with the Olympic cycle being the qualification being such a short period, you can't really afford to say I'm taking 2 competitions off if you're in the hunt for the points. But again, he gets host nation privileges. 2019 he did with the K1 in Tokyo. So again,
clear sheet. Didn't just win, didn't drop a point.
I didn't even want to say that because but this is what I'm saying. He won the championship on the home nation. These guys are coming now to his home.
So you already know, but you already know that when he's competing in front of the home crowd, he's turning up. Yeah, he's not dropping points. He's moving like that.
So what do we expect from the Olympics? Again, it's one of the few sections where the host nation is strong. You've got strong is not even the word for the 4 who are on the cusp
that we've already
talked about, and then like you start to look in the wings of the people who could be there or thereabouts, and you've got Tom Scott, you've got Erman Elmentor, you've got Gabor, you've got Abdullah Abdelaziz who's there, and these are all in the top 10, and then just out of the top 10 you've got Dastan you got Logan, you got Noah,
even Yermek Einazarov from Kazakhstan.
This is what I'm saying. It gets down and you're thinking this is going to be deep.
Yeah, it's tense.
And again, I reckon the guys who are on the cusp who may come through the qualification tournament or through the splits that come after, they're not coming in this thinking, I've gone to the Olympics. They're coming in thinking, I know it's going to be really tough, but I want to win, or I want to produce a performance that I can be proud of. And again, do you think that on his day, we've seen it in the past, Gabor can take out one of the aforementioned 4 that we've had. Tom Scott can take out one of the 4.
Well, Tom Scott had a crazy final against. Remember his final against Luigi Busa at Paris Open? What, 2018?
I want to say 18.
Must have been like 18, isn't it?
It was wild.
It was terrible.
The body washes.
The body washes and the uras, yeah? Because the ura that he caught Luigi with was nice. And Luigi caught him with one back. But the Yokogeri at the end was sweaty, I'm not going to lie. I felt bad for Luigi. I felt bad for him. You get me? It kind of slid
2016.
Off. 20... Is it?
That was that long ago, 2016.
Is it?
Yeah, 16.
2016, time is flying.
And then didn't they fight again for bronze medal World Championships
2018.
2016, no Linz.
Yeah, I'm bugging. Yeah, same year.
Same year.
Of course, yeah.
Luigi took it from him.
Luigi took it.
And this is what I'm saying, but again, it's an athlete who's seasoned against these
juggernauts that we're talking about. He's been mixing with them. You know what I mean?
Like,
I remember even back in the day, like first time I probably saw him was first time Tom Scott come on my radar was 2013 World Combat Games.
Okay.
Because I remember him fighting Noah.
Yeah.
And I think Noah bitch beat him, but I remember acknowledging both of their Chulama washes because they were both of them got mad strong Chulama washes, like 30. Like you're not used to seeing a man throw it like that back home.
Yeah.
Get me, like,
and I think like
you're seeing it on cam and you're feeling wind.
Like me and Tom Scott have got kind of like a unique kind of thing because obviously we're both Wardo athletes, so I used to see him at the Wardo competitions, and I remember the first time I see him, we went to Texas for a competition, and he must have been fresh 18, and he rapped everyone. So, but again, it's not the highest level, but you do generally find 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 like world caliber athletes, and he rapped all of these. I'm talking grown men was rapping them like nines. I'm thinking, all right, but obviously, and at the time, obviously, Brody Burns is his coach on the national team. He's his coach for his the club level as well. Rapping, man. And I thought, all right. But this time, obviously, he was senior and I was still a junior. But again, I rapped, man, because that's what I do when I go to them places. I rap, man, Then the next time we come to both being seniors, and I rap, man, in my division. He rap, man, in his division, And then we just, unluckily, we didn't meet in the team because our teams fought in the team final with 4 different people.
But it was that acknowledgement.
Like, I see you. Like, we both recognise that we're at the level where we should be competing on this WKF scene level kind of thing. And it was that acknowledgement and then the camaraderie. And then obviously, through that, and obviously Kellaway's now Wardo as well. And him and Kellaway have had a few tasty little interactions. And I'm not gonna lie, Kellaway has rapped him. I've seen Kellaway rap him.
I saw the video. I've
seen Kellaway rapped him, and then I've seen Tom go rap Kellaway like 3 weeks later at a competition. I'm thinking, okay, but again,
you know what I'm talking about, innit? I'm saying like you can beat them. Gianna Lotby. I just say Gianna Lotby, yeah? Like you might beat her at a Series A or a K1, but if you beat her at a World Championship,
that's what I want to hear.
Then I'll put levels on you. You got to beat them at
the right time, and that's what I'm saying. And again, Tom Scott is a caliber athlete who does his creativity in those kind of competitions and those scenes, and then brings his finished result because that body wash changed the game. That step back body wash changed the game.
That's his thing as well.
That is his thing.
Couple man have got it. Like Darkan Asidulov. He's got a similar technique. He'll step back, Chula Mawash, and Uga Aktas as well.
He's got one.
Similar. He's got one. But Tom Scott's one is nice. Like it's nice. Like and he hit man with that consistently. I remember he hit Logan Da Costa with one. Like and Brack. I remember Logan held his back after step back, boom, slapped him.
And this is what I'm saying. Like, we're at a stage of karate now where we're putting techniques to fighters. Like, I'm sure back in like in the OG's time they was doing a similar thing, but again, I think the game is so creative now that body wash, someone in 1990 was probably rapping, man, but not the way that Tom Scott is rapping, man. Like, sometimes he even let you throw body wash, because you think you can do it. I'll step back off that
I'll
and
step
I'll
back
whack
and
you.
lick you back.
But that's embarrassing because that's rude. In my opinion, that's rude. Like you're basically saying that your thing's not really levels, but I got a thing that's levels. Again.
You're firing blanks.
You're firing back. Again, Agiev with the whole from the kitch body wash. I see him Brockman in half of them things there.
Yeah. But you see that change now. You see more people are starting like kicks in itself are starting to become high risk techniques, because you see now the counter, the common counter for a kick is to to counter with your own kick as
yeah.
man's dropping his
Yeah.
leg.
And I think
And you're mad defenseless, deep it. Like as you're dropping your leg from a kick,
Yeah.
you're not thinking about protecting
Yourself.
yourself. You're thinking about did you hit or not?
Yeah.
In that split second. So man are letting you put up your kick and making you just miss.
And then coming
and
back.
as your foot's coming, they're slapping you with a kick.
finish, but again,
Finesse, R1. Finesse, R1, finesse.
the 75 section is going to be stacked. It's going to be
Yeah.
must watch, TV, live stream, whatever we call it, whatever it's going to be. Again, unluckily we can't go to Tokyo and watch, but it's going to be must watch.
Inshallah.
And it's
Maybe,
gonna
maybe.
it's going to be heavily analysed when it is watched, because I think we'll see the best version of Agiev, we'll see the best version of Bahaman, we'll see the best version of Busa, because I don't have to worry that these guys now
Yeah, these lot know how to turn it
how
on.
to turn it up,
They know.
and they're going through that process now to be ready.
Yeah.
They're the type of athletes that they'll be ready, and if it doesn't go on, it's a shame.
Yeah.
Rather than what is going on, man? Better get get pads on and then do those things.
And again, just to show the levels, yeah, because we touched on it on a previous episode, but these are the quality of fighters that have that high baseline level of performance.
Yeah.
Even on an off day, they'll take out the majority of people.
Yeah.
That on an off day, they'll beat people on their best day.
Yeah,
People that compete on the WKF circuit.
yeah, in the top 100.
Do you know what I mean?
I would say even in the top
50. Top 50, bro.
Yeah.
Top 50.
You think, I'm top 50.
Like, you're top
WKF.
50, you're on point. Like,
Yeah.
you've come up first round against someone you don't know, you've wrapped them 8-0.
Yeah.
You come up against the next man whose face is familiar, cool, you took him out 5-0. Get me? And you got Luigi Busa struggling all day, like,
Yeah.
man, just scraping through rounds, but he'll still scrape through.
Yeah.
And then you look at the drawing and you got left back here. Like, I went on a bad day.
On a bad
That's
day.
the standard. That's the standard, and especially this category specifically, like we said, there's an abundance of talent, even outside of the top 10.
Yeah.
We're not even getting onto your. Do you know what I mean? Like Logan DaCosta's just sitting outside. Like there's an abundance of talent in this section, innit? Like it's crazy, man. Crazy. Wrap that up.
Wrap that up.
Minus 75 done.
Done.
Cool.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, definitely. So that is the end of this episode 5, I believe. We have reviewed the minus 75 category and those that qualify for the Olympic Games. We hope that you enjoyed the episode. We definitely enjoyed speaking about it. And again, as usual, please share the episodes, like them, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below and let us know your thoughts and opinions. G, you got anything to say?
All I've got to say is that if you do karate, if you don't, I'm sure some of the points we touched on today will provoke some
Will
feelings.
resonate with you, yeah, definitely.
You'll go and watch in some of these fights, and obviously we'll have some overlays and we'll put links to some clips, but go and watch these fighters and watch what they're doing and the creativity and the durability in the long term. And if you are a fighter who's out there trying to make a name for yourself, like, you can learn a few things from these.
You can
And
definitely.
never be too proud to learn from somebody else or to seek an opinion, because at the end of the day, it's a growth mindset, really, to be
100,
honest.
100.
Don't let your ego stop your progress.
100.
You know the ones there, like,
100. Anyway, so please follow us on Instagram at karate_Mushin_. Gavin's social media handles will also be down at the bottom, so go follow him up as well. And we hope to lock in again with you soon. Bow. Yeah, man.
there's no yame in it in karate, is there, really?
There's about to be. Say, put that camera on me. Watch it now. Yeah, man. Bow. Say.